Thank you. I'm going to be sitting here and making the point. First and foremost, hopefully all of you are aware of the Swachh Bharat program, right? And I said the Swachh Bharat because it is a very important program that's going on in India. When you think Swachh Bharat, initially it was about taking the broom and cleaning the roads. But then as this days progressed, people started expanding the value of what Swachh Bharat meant. They said we should clean the minds of people. We should take corruption out. We should take all this out. So Swachh Bharat just became a larger and broader view from just cleaning the streets. Today, if you ask Swachh Bharat, everyone has their own vision. But you'd be surprised, very few people will say Swachh Bharat means clean your toilets or clean your road. They will all have a broader vision than that. The reason I actually pointed out is because Make in India is also going to be a program like that. Make in India is not about bringing some foreign companies to come and actually develop the technology in India. Well, I'm sure defense would say, let's start from there. But it is a much bigger aspiration of this country. It would require us to build a new type of DNA within the institutions that we are actually, where the kind of students are coming out of. It is the DNA that has to be built in to everything that they do. We talked about, let's give them skills. Let's actually give them programs that actually make them employable. This requires a lot more than that. You have to build skills in them to be innovative, to think outside the box, to come up with ideas of their own. And I can ask, this whole group that is sitting here, how many of your institutions actually even go out there and patent some of those ideas? How many of these institutions here go out there and say, I have a great idea, let me go and patent this idea. Let me create innovation centers in this, because that is what you need. You need a DNA of these youngsters to be built at that stage. It has to be built from the school level. It has to be built at the college level, a degree level. Only then when they come out, they can think of the problems that they want to solve. Innovation has to be at the heart of this if Make in India has to be successful. So when I think about Make in India, the best way to actually make things in India is to solve problems of India. This is not to actually make something in India to be sold somewhere outside. That I can tell you, campus management has done. As we have another brand, Talisma, we have done. We have created products in India and sold globally. That is not going to change the world. That is not going to change India. What's going to change India is if I can make products in India to solve problems of India. And that would be the much larger vision of why Make in India should be then translated to Made in India, which should translate to solve problems of India. That is the real way actually we can actually progress as a country. Now if you think from, I talked about, we talked a lot about Industry Connect. Of course Industry Connect is important. Instead of actually running after the industry should come and listen, come and actually tie up with me, you should tell me to do. The better way to go about it is if you actually build that innovation culture within the institutions, if you actually build the culture of, I'm going to have my institution patent ideas, come up with great ideas, I can guarantee you, Professor Sadhgopal was talking about the next level where the industry should actually come and partner, they will run after you. Because we want to be tied up with institutions that are progressively thinking about innovation, ideas, future, solving tomorrow's problem. And that is what every industry wants. And that's what we would all look forward to. Now, how do you actually connect the dots here? How can we actually make this all work? And in my view, I think technology is a lever, a platform to make this, enable this whole thing. We need to have a center of excellence that has to be built, which could be cutting across the institutions, where ideas and platforms can be shared using technology. That's the starting point. We can continue to evolve that platform to actually bring in various institutions onto this fold. When I say institutions, not just about educational institutions, but also defense, it could be other areas where problem statements can be brought up. And ideas can be, you can say ideated, if that's a real word. You can ideate through platforms. You can actually challenge the next generation of students and teachers and all the stakeholders in the institution to say, let us solve real problems, because that's where real problems are posted. And collectively, you can use technology as a platform to solve real problems for a country of our size and our dynamics. I mean, for a country of, like today there was a great example, for a country of 1.2 billion people, there were only 11 people doing the job, right? And the rest of them were all actually watching them do the job. That's because of a cricket match, right? So, this is a country where you can actually connect people if you know how to connect them together. 1.2 billion people were glued to one television box. So if we can actually come up with great ideas, you can get the vision of all these 1.2 billion people to be thinking in one direction. And it's not a far-fetched idea. A cricket match can do it. Why not a great idea can do it? So I think we can bring this whole country together. Make in India is a great concept, and hopefully technology will be a lever for solving this.